what I mean? Like you get it because it's your job. How do we make sure like the general population chooses the most secure wallet and they don't get hacked? Because right now a lot of people are listening to McAfee, and he's selling snake oil. So he claims no one has.
Well, what he claims is stupid because it's impossible to hack something that doesn't do anything. Like the device doesn't actually store anything ever, so it's impossible to hack it. That's his claim. No shit. It's like there's no reason for the device. Like one of those pillars, something you have, you don't require the device to store information how he's storing it.
So the people that are claiming they're hacking it, they're bullshitters too, because you can't hack it.
No, they're hacking the physical device and making it do something it's not supposed to do, but they're not getting the money off of it. It's literally like, if I created a 12-seed phrase in Jax, and I never told you about it, and I stored it in my head and never wrote it down, and then I put that file encrypted on a thumb drive and gave it to you and said, steal the money out of that file, and you couldn't do it, I'd say it's unhackable. That's the gist of what he's saying. Or even 24-seed phrase, which makes it even that much more difficult to hack.
Does he know that they hacked it and they're playing Doom on it?
Who cares? It doesn't matter.
You know what I'd like for my own personal security is my own personal Ed 209 robot from RoboCop. I feel like I would be the most badass dude in the tri-state area if I had that. You know, of course, I'd have like some sort of hardware wallet to turn it on, so it only react to me. But
this is like, I'll continue the conversation outside of everybody wanting RoboCop. Like, this is really important for adoption because it's if we flood the market with this is how you interact with crypto, then they're automatically assuming like, think about if mass adoption happened back in the day and everyone only knew how to like enter private keys on the internet. Think about like how much more money would be stolen than it is now.
A lot.
Right? If mass adoption happens and we don't have best practices on how to secure your money, then we're screwed.
Yeah, because I was just thinking, like, when you were 16 years old and your parents opened up a checking account for you, there was no conversation about what bank you should do it at. It was just like, hey, go to this bank down the street, get a checking account, put $10 in there, get a savings account. And I don't want people to treat this the same way. Like, hey, just get a wallet, do this, do that. I want people to know why they're doing, you know, what's influencing their choices.
Well, this touches on something that came from one of the interviews we had recently. What Corey was talking about is that crypto innately it forces you to think about money differently. You don't have a choice. Like, you can't get into crypto and think like, oh, these are just my dollars. This is just my status token. This is just my Omisa Go token. You have to think about it differently, and you have to behave with it differently. And that's why I like these new physical things that people can see and think about differently. I'm still looking for a magic blockchain box, like a modem was a magic internet box, though. Somebody needs to make that. It could do nothing. That's what
these wallets are. Maybe that's what these wallets are. Like, if like someone just like spams the shit out of people by sending out a cheap wallet for everyone to have,
and you
get them a way to kind of interact with these things, and then maybe they'll do it.
Magic blockchain card.
I should say our Ledger Blues were about 300. This one comes in at 200. Do we want cheap wallets? Are people not going to trust a wallet unless it's over $150? Because I remember Melanie Shapiro, I think her name was, had the $99 price point, the case wallet, and that failed.
I think the status hardware wallets could be like $10.
Are people going to trust something that cheap?
I think it's going to be a natural, like, there's going to be a natural correlation to how much value you're associating with that wallet, right? So for our Ledger Blues, there's a lot of value in that. So I'm okay with spending $300 and having something that's really nice and fancy and user-friendly. My mobile wallets, I keep walking around money. Like, if I'm walking around the city and I see somebody takes crypto, I'm going to go there and spend it, and that's on my phone. And I'm okay with losing that if something happened to my phone. I think it's going to be correlated to how much value you're keeping on the wallet. So that's going to be natural, I think. That's my 2 cents. It's my 2 bits.
Ooh, 2 bits.
That's
2
right.
Satoshis.
I hope you guys see what I did there. Or what are we calling sub-Satoshis now? Because on the Lightning Network, people are passing transactions back and forth at like 0.001 of a Satoshi.
Dust?
Oh, okay. That's not very cool.
I don't know.
It's not very cool if you're like, send me some dust. It's like, no, thank you. I don't know. That was a good talking point, Joe. That was a good way to start off the show. Wallets, the very basic thing you need to interact with the blockchain, are evolving in their approach.
I still wish we wouldn't call them wallets. I wish they weren't called wallets. I wish they were called keychains.
Well, it's in the name, so it's getting worse, Corey.
I know. It's like it's moving in the wrong direction, but there's nothing we can do about it.
Well, I mean, what a keychain's not associated with money.
Yeah, it's associated with keys. Like people don't hold money with crypto.
People don't hold
You
money,
never
period.
hold the money. The money is never in your possession. The keys are in your possession.
Mm-hmm.
Like the things on your phone, the things on your computer, what Coinbase has, and we say you need to keep that to maintain your value. It's only keys. The value is locked up in the blockchain, which everyone has. That's an intuition thing, right? That tells you what you're doing and how to think about it.
Yeah.
And that doesn't come when you say wallet, because people think they're storing it in their phone or whatever, and like the coins are there. And if they want to give somebody a coin, they're actually giving somebody the actual thing. That's not the case. And so, like, you can't reason about these things as well if you have bad names for them.
It's too late now, man.
Yep, too late. We're fucked.
It's way too late. Like we just gotta force it down people's throat. Like, it's a wallet. Take it. There's money there. Go
Whatever.
with it.
I'll keep singing that siren song until the day I die. But no one's. I mean, maybe I'll influence like 3 people, but whatever.
It's far too late. But we have a very good interview for you guys here today.
Ain't no other podcast aside from Let's Talk Bitcoin is having Andreas on 4 times for the people.
And he's a part of that podcast. It doesn't count.
Yeah, it doesn't count.
And that is his podcast. So, yeah, 4 times. He's close to being. Is that the most anyone's come on?
Epstein's been on
Epstein
4 or 5.
No, he hadn't gotten his. He's coming on soon, and that'll be his lucky number 5, I think.
That's crazy that Andreas is like at the top as far as
it
people
is.
who have been on our show.
He's the #1 influencer according to something, right? When they're like
Crypto
a random,
influencers, cryptoinfluencers.io.
yeah.
Well, obviously you're going to hear the interview. The thing that resonated with me is he says that he has a revolving audience about every 6 months. So for me, he's probably one of the most important people in this community because every 6 months he is refreshing, just educating people. And I mean, that's mass adoption right there. He's doing work.
Yeah, it is. Can you imagine every 6 months you get a whole new horde of people that need to learn the same thing you were just talking about 6 months back? I guess it's kind of like you get classes, right? If you teach the same class every year, it's like, here's a whole new horde of people that don't know what I'm saying, and I wish that
Time
they
to
did.
repeat myself over and over and over again.
Yeah.
It's almost like, you go to like a Red Hot Chili Peppers concert and you're like, play the hits. And they're like, we want to play our new stuff. And they're like, no, play your old stuff.
Nobody cares
Play
about
that song I
stuff.
know. Yeah. Play that song I know.
But we are creative juices. Nobody cares.
No one cares.
We just want the stuff we want. All right, anyways. Andreas Antonopoulos, he needs no introduction. If he does, then you're probably part of the horde we were just talking about. So here it is.
Cut. Motherfucking cut.
Cut on that part. We've been live for a little bit. I don't know when I turned the stream on, but I just turned it on right after you started talking about
I
it.
just got a notification that it's live.
Yeah, so we're still live. Don't say anything you wouldn't say. In front
Don't
of
pick
me
your
right
nose.
now. Yeah.
Be forever embedded into the internet.
Are we gonna do a back end? Something small?
Probably don't need it because that was 16 minutes. We can maybe do like a "How's your mother?" and then get out of here.
Okay. We'll do something real quick. N10. And that was the interview with Andreas Antonopoulos, world traveling educator, all things Bitcoin, moving into blockchain. Mastering Ethereum is coming out soon. I heavily recommend getting Mastering Bitcoin if you like a little bit more of a technical approach to describing Bitcoin. It's necessary reading. Of course, he's got the Internet of Money Volume 1 and 2, which is basically just transcriptions of all of his talks, which are phenomenal. Yeah, thank you again, Andreas. Can't wait to see you again. So, with the back end of this, we're gonna let you guys go. Just plug some stuff we do. If you go to the BitcoinPodcast.network, go to Slack, join the Slack. You can hang out with us, and you can talk about the things that you want to talk about, and we'll talk about them with you.
If you're good enough at that, we may actually talk about it on the show.
Yeah, that's right. Sometimes it leaks out of the Slack into live.
Live.
Let's see what else. Medium.com/the Bitcoin Podcast. We have a publication there. If you write things on Medium and you're interested in spreading your musings across the internet in a different publication than just yourself, you can publish there. Just slide into Slack and talk to me. I'm Fergalati, and we could tell you about the process of getting published in our publication. What else? Did we do any more casting calls? That worked out pretty well last week.
No, we don't need any more of those. We have a couple new shows coming out real soon, so that's going to be more stuff for you.
The bullpen.
Hit us up on Twitter. I have a video on our YouTube, which actually should be getting some more love soon as well, doing some more video content where you're watching this behind the scenes roundtable. If you want to see my views on the social implications of blockchain, just Google Dr. Corey Petty, and it actually just should come up.
Yep. Oh, if you have friends or family members that need to be on-ramped to Bitcoin and then told the difference between Bitcoin and blockchain in a friendly way, I need people to fill up on-ramping with D. So shoot them my way, and I'll schedule it out. I even have a link I can get you that they could basically build my schedule for me. I would love that.
And if you have a friend that you would like to be told what Bitcoin is, but like in a real shitty way, like make them feel bad about themselves, then ask me.
Yeah.
Not really. I'm not going to do that.
He will, though.
Jello might. How about this? Yeah.
Anyways, guys, thank you for listening again. We hope you enjoyed. Go follow all of Andreas and what he does. We promise you, you will be satisfied. So that's it. That's all I got.
Holla.
Play the outro.
Holla back.
Is there a baby in there?
Holla back.